we had a fast food delivery for Pila. We decided to go there, so little B is just heading for the line now. We're just heading down here to the end of the breakwater. So it was all a bit of a rush, but we did it, and we can't contact little B. He's not on 69, he's not on 16, but he'll see our light, and we are walking up to the finish line. So here's a look at the, Jane, forward. Here's a look at the big lighthouses with the green on the top, and the red is on the portside beacon. So Dan is now about 100 metres from the finish line, and I won't walk off the end of the breakwater. So here he comes. Here he comes. I just got to line it up between there and there. Yeah, so he's down there. Yeah, he's still got a bit to go. He'll wonder what's going on, but that's fine. He might be on 62, which was an older channel, but he hasn't crossed yet. So, but yeah, we couldn't get him on the VHF. And Pila has now got a beautiful spaghetti bolognese. I made the sauce. It's got everything: bacon, mushrooms, olives, beef, all the herbs and spices, all sorts, heaps of onions, garlic, you name it. It's fantastic. She's going to be having a ball. So, and juice and bits and pieces. He's about 50 metres to go. And if you're watching the tracker, you'll see him go across. I think he's getting very close now. Very close. I'll try him on the radio on 69 again. Yeah. Woohoo! Little B. Globe 580 on 69. Do you copy? Okay, he's across now anyway. So, not sure why we're not talking to him, but that's fine. Beautiful night. He really picked up speed there, and I think we haven't had a look where Kerry is coming up behind, but he'll be happy to be in. It's a reasonably civilised hour, about 12. What is it now? Just 12:25. So we're happy because they're both in now, and we might get some sleep later. And he's got nothing up. He's dropped all his head sails, just got his main. We're assuming that his engine is going fine because he hasn't requested a tow. The rib, we went out and pulled in Pila. It's still over on the marina, and we're on the opposite side. We're on the ocean side of the breakwater of the marina, so it takes us quite a bit to get back. Don't fall in, Jean. Don't fall in. So that's a nice breeze now. I'm too scared to look at where Kerry is on Origami, because if he's 2 hours away, it's a total pain in the rear end. But if he's 3 or 4, we can go home and get some sleep. So he's now come head to wind. Look at the reflectors on his life jacket safety harness. You can see the reflective tape there, those little bright white lights. Very effective. And he's got his deck nav lights on as well as his masthead light. So good idea when you're in close like this and you see all the lights along the coast. Sometimes it's hard to see a little boat up close, so it's better to have all your nav lights on if you can, if you've got the power. He hasn't lowered his outboard yet, but I'm sure he will. He looks pretty confident there. And yeah, he'll be happy as well to be here. He's got like a sailor mat type wind vane, and I'm sure he knows how to use that one. I was really surprised. Had problems with the South Atlantic wind vane, and I thought, it should be fine. But she was free enough to suggest that, yeah, she hadn't quite had time to work out how to use it. And she's not alone with that. In the last Transat a year ago, there was virtually no one really that fully comprehended their gear, and a few of them tried to get across the Atlantic without having total comprehension and understanding of their vane. That makes it a lot of hard work, because you've probably seen some of the entrants saying, oh, I'm really lacking sleep, I'm really tired. I got so much sleep on Trekker because I never steered. I was the same as Adam. You know, you just don't need to steer if you know what's going on in your wind vane. That's your best crew. And my biggest fear was losing the wind vane. You know, if something happened to the wind vane, your little adventure turns into a nightmare because there's no one to steer the boat. And little boats, they're fun to steer, but it's hard to leave them alone because the waves knock them around so much. You really rely on your wind vane heavily. And when Pila said that the autopilot, the electric autopilot, wouldn't actually hold it on course, it's not meant to. That's why we say you must only use the smallest one. We don't want people to rely on their electric autopilot for anything other than calms. So I'm quite sure that Canada Dan is going to come in with some happy stories and say how he enjoyed the trip and how everything worked on the boat, and he's done it all before, you know, sailing across the North Atlantic, which was an amazing voyage. That was, at the time, a few years ago, the biggest voyage that anyone had done on a 580. But there's going to be a few other people catching up on that soon. So great little boat. He did a good job of the build, and he really loves his boat. He's got it well and truly nutted. But he was still busy in Marina Lagos, getting ready and prepping for this one. This is the start of the big one around the world. So now he's ticked the box on the qualifier. He's not stressed at all, but let's wait to see what he's got to say when he gets in. I will shout out to him. I don't know why we're not getting him on the radio. I'm going to come down here and I'll give him written instructions. What's that in the water there? A jellyfish. I'll give him a hoy, tell him what's going on, because he will come into the river and he will get there over at the berth before we do. And then we've got 4, so the fleet continues to grow. So when they all get here, it will be the biggest assembly of boats that we've had for a long time. On the water, I should say. Just getting settled. Now the breeze is probably about 10 to 12 knots, something like that. Nice sailing breeze. That's why we went so fast. That was exactly as forecast. The forecast is doing the right thing. It's going to go quiet again tomorrow morning, and then it's going to swing around on the nose. So those that are still coming are going to have headwinds again. You'll see that on the tracker when you kick in the weather. The tracker on the app that's on your phones doesn't give you as much data as the tracker on the website. It's much more information there, and if you can get on there and learn how to play the systems, watch the tutorial that I did a couple of days ago, then it's really, oh, you want to see me, Jean? Well, it's really quite cool. I'll keep it off Dan a bit because he can't see. If I light him up too much, he'll be wondering where we are. So I'll light up the breakwater. He can't see the bright lights in his face, and then I'll tell him to head over here. I'll go and stand on my wobbly rock, which is really quite cool. Huh? Oh, we're on the tall end. If you didn't see it last night, there's a massive rock down there, that big one, the big sucker. Show them the big rock, Jean. The big rock there is like a rock and roll. It's just on one little pinnacle and you can wobble it from side to side. Quite funny. Anyway, so he'll be happy to be here because he's going to miss out on all that strange weather coming. Renaud was saying, oh, he was so happy to be in because he's been watching what's happening to everyone else. It was very, very frustrating. So that's how it works. Yeah, I don't think Dan has been here before either, into Lanzarote, which is quite a cool place. Quite a few visiting yachts. You can't probably see them over there, but there was none here yesterday, and all of a sudden there's about 5 visiting yachts just anchored out off the marina here. So here he comes. Oh, you got his flags up. Dan the man, he's the way to go. He knows how to support sponsors and partners. He's got quite a few of his own actually, which is good to see. So a lot of people following on with Dan's adventure and inspiring them, and they spread the word about everything Dan's doing, so the snowball happens, and that's part of the reason Jane and I support all this so much. We love seeing people following their dreams and inspiring others, so it's quite a cool experience.
I do that for money.
You do it for money, yeah, sure. I don't know whether I heard that, but I don't own anything. Everything I've got, Jane owns. Yes, but she knows nothing. I've taught her everything she knows.
Bullshit.
Anyway, all looking good. I'll just come off him a bit. Okay, Rob can take the silhouette photo. I gotta get down there. I can't. Okay. anyway. So Dan, when you come in, turn left when you come in, and you'll see the other 3 boats. Just tie astern of Peeler. Okay? Yeah, just go straight ahead, and you'll see the Imitation Lighthouse. You'll see the 3 others. Just turn left and pull in behind Peeler.
Okay.
Yeah, well done, mate. We tried to get you on the radio. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. Anyway, you'll probably beat us back. We've got to go back the long way.
Okay.
Okay? But Peeler's there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well done. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, bloody oath. Okay, so he's happy. He'll be very happy. So he's done the big journeys, but this is that's a deep one, Jane. Jane, careful.
Fine. You just need to pond in the pool.
Okay. Oh, jeepers. Alrighty. Oh. Okay. Oh. That was the car keys. Boom. Okay.
You need to look after Rob too.
Huh? He's on his own. He's a boy. That's okay. So, all right. I think that's us done for this one, Jane. We can. We'll see you back on the other side shortly, and we'll have a chat to Dan. He's happy. See ya.